Welcome, friend. I'm Dani Walker, and on today's very special episode, we are celebrating 100,000 subscribers. So of course I have to say, if you're brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notifications bell. We're going to react to my very first YouTube video ever. This episode does not exist on my channel anymore. I removed it years ago, but we're gonna look back on it today and react to it because I think it's so important to see where you started and where you are in present moment and to appreciate that journey. And also I hope that by sharing this that you can all feel encouraged to pursue your dreams. I always want people to remember that everyone was a beginner at some point. So don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't let that stop you from starting. So let's get into it. My first video ever was published January 3rd, 2014. There are 0 comments on it. Just keep that in mind. It had, though, 5,840 views. For anyone that doesn't know, the channel started in 2014, but I didn't consistently post until 2016. I didn't truly believe that I could create something like this, and I didn't know that people did YouTube for a living. Why do I feel so nervous watching this? I just don't even, oh gosh. This episode was titled National American Miss Talent for Dancers. Terrible title. Who in the world was going to find that? It's like this what it is, but not really what you get, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't great.
Hi everyone, my name is Dani Walker. I am a former National American Miss Southern California Junior Teen and Teen Queen. Each year at state, I was able to place or win the talent competition and place at the national pageant.
Honestly, not a bad opening. I stated my credentials. This makes a lot of sense. People are gonna click it back then and say, well, why would I watch you? Well, here's why you watch me. That makes sense. But oh my goodness, this backdrop, I just have to say, I filmed all of my early videos on my cell phone, which was, I don't know, an iPhone 4, 5, I don't know. It was a long time ago, and I would duct tape the phone to a window because I thought that's the best lighting that I'm gonna get. I didn't have any lights. So that's what I used. And then I had this changing partition, but I took a piece of fabric, and this fabric is actually what I used to create a gown out of. And there were even marks on this fabric. It was stained that I would just hang the fabric over the partition in a way where nobody could see the stains. And I was trying to create a clean look because behind this curtain was a room that was a mess. And I even remember the shirt that I'm wearing. The shirt that I'm wearing was from this discount store. I think I spent $5 on it. And I think that the necklace was from Forever 21. And I was obsessed with that spiked necklace with diamonds. I don't know why. Also, this was before I did a hair and makeup lesson.
I'm here to share some of my tips and tricks with you so then you can do your best at your next state or national pageant.
Why does my voice sound so different? I don't know if it's the audio. I feel like my voice just sounds like this in the video. Maybe it's just because I was uncomfortable on camera.
So my number one
oh my gosh. I have to pause. The transition here. I edited everything on iMovie, and for some reason I wanted to put transitions on everything, and I will remember this transition because actually it was one made for a news broadcast. So we have a news broadcast transition here. Yeah, this is what we're working with.
So my number one piece of advice for talent for NAM,
I started off smiling and I got so serious right after that.
It's talent for NAM is actually a combination of 2 things, which is
this is a very specific episode, talent for NAM.
Performance value, so the level of entertainment that you're able to bring with your specific talent, as well as the level of difficulty for your specific talent and your age division.
Very true. Great advice. Still, take that advice.
So those are the 2 things that I like to remind girls to think about when you're preparing for your talent competition.
Okay, at least I finished the smile, and here we go with that transition again. Oh.
A really common question that I get a lot is, do I have to have the most amazing technique in the world or be a prima ballerina or amazing studio dancer in order to win a talent competition? And I believe the answer to that is no. I think that every girl should personally assess her own strengths and weaknesses. So if you happen to be able to do an aerial or 80 fouettes in a row, that's awesome, and I think you should definitely include that in your routine. But if you're a little bit more like me and you rely more upon the style of your dance dance, then you should really
Very true.
recognize that and put your best foot forward. And
the thing I was great at, facials and entertaining people. I did what I did to the best of my ability, and I did it clean, and that's one thing. And I always had cute little costumes to match that I just somehow put together, and I would glue on little rhinestones to them and things like that from Michael's craft store. I made it work.
Use your stylization to really draw in the judges. So remember, it's not only those tricks that you're doing, but it is the choreography itself. There's lately been a trend that I've noticed in dance competitions, and that is many girls are just focusing on acro dancing. It's, I guess, is the new term for it, and it's a combination of gymnastics.
New term for it. Oh, look at how long ago this was.
And what happens is we're losing a lot of the choreography or the things that really put something into a specific dance genre.
Listen to all of my filler words.
Something that a lot of dancers overlook at NAMM is the surface of the floor, and I think, and the stage in general. So I think it's really important to always stay safe, and I suggest for dancers to, unless you're doing a point routine or you're doing a tap routine, to maybe bring a few pairs of shoes or test out the floor barefoot to see if that's the best option for you. I also suggest for girls that if you are going to be wearing shoes on the stage, because it is slippery, to use firm grip.
Some contestants will also use hairspray, which I don't feel like is quite as tacky. Firm grip is actually created for athletes. A lot of contestants, specifically point or ballet dancers, are going to want to have a rosin box, which is very common in dance studios to create more stick for the shoe, but that can affect stages, and pageants usually don't want you to use those. But having some firm grip and spraying the boxes of your shoes or the soles of your shoes can be very helpful.
And it's made of rosin, so it's just an aerosol rosin, and rosin is what ballet dancers use to dip their point shoes in, so they get a little bit more grip on a stage.
I didn't even realize it was made out of rosin. I forgot.
Important with NAMM is the dancers that I work with, I encourage them to spray just a little bit on the bottom of their shoes to give them that extra grip. And in addition to that, I would suggest for girls, to really use the entire stage. Use all of the space that they're giving you. So don't just stay at the middle, but dance in front of both tables of judges on your right and your left. Use the back and the front of the stage. I think that it adds a lot more dimension to your routine as well. That's huge. And it's something to just kind of like help boost you over the top and increase your chances of placement or winning with a dance routine. I think that a lot of dancers tend to forget, especially if they have awesome technique, is that you're presenting an entire performance for the judges, and you want to consider that your hair and your makeup and your costume really reflects the style that you're doing. So if you're doing ballet, whether it's on point or it's a flat, then you can definitely wear a tutu. It is a pageant, so you can do something kind of more impressive. Or if you're a tap
There's a lot of contestants that they want to maintain the technical integrity or the cultural integrity of something, and so on purpose they wear things that are dressed down for their costumes. But the fact is that most of your judges are not even going to be familiar with what is traditionally worn as a dancer for your talent. So you might as well go big and wear a really, really over-the-top costume, as long as you can move in it.
And also, just don't forget that the judges are a part of your audience. I like to tell girls to look at the judges 80% of the time and 20% audience. They have the best seats in the house, and you want to pay attention to them and really...
These filler words are just too much for me right now. I can't handle it.
Be able to work your facials that you're going to be doing with your piece, whether it's something with a lot of emotion or it's something really happy. You want them to see that, and you really just don't want to ignore them while you're on that stage. You want to be there. You're there to really make a connection with those judges, so don't forget that. A lot of girls feel kind of discouraged because they don't know if there's going to be another dancer there with that's going to pull out a ton of tricks, and it's true, you don't know that.
I also have to say, God bless everyone who watched my channel at the beginning and did not write mean comments about my hair or my makeup, because I'm gonna say, still till this day, my hair and makeup, it's not always the best. Sometimes I have really busy days and I'm rushing. It's not perfect. Hopefully you feel, as I feel, that it has improved a little bit. But thank you all for not being mean, especially in the beginning, because I feel like that's one of those things that really discourages people.
But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try, and I think it's always great to compete and just push yourself to constantly improve. So one way that I believe is really important for dancers with less technique to improve is to work on your transitions. So while you may not have that perfect, back split leap, or you may not be able to have your full splits on either side.
This is gold. This information, gold.
You can definitely improve the overall quality of your dance by focusing on the transitions. So if you're going to do something like a tombe pas de bourrée, make sure that you're held up high and that your transitions are smooth and your pliés are deep, and that's actually going to be helping your leaps and all of your other tricks that you're going to be doing. But just don't neglect those transitions. Your dance isn't always about the tricks. It's about those moments in between. And a lot of the times that's a favorite part of mine when I'm watching dancers. It's not always the tricks.
Oh my gosh, I just heard a noise in the background of this and immediately I know what it is. For some reason, there was always somebody with a weed whacker or mowing the lawn whenever I filmed, and then it would make the dogs in the neighborhood bark, and then I would just have to stand there frustrated waiting. And I still deal with that all the time, sound issues for these episodes, because I want people to be able to clearly hear me. But I just remember, I don't know what it was, but every time I went to film, I was fighting with that weed whacker.
Something I like to remind dancers is that you're performing for everyone. You're not just performing for a group that is familiar or very involved in the dance community. You're actually performing for judges who may have a background in singing or instruments, or maybe they're a talent scout, so they've seen anything and everything. So it always kind of goes back to when you're looking for, what style am I going to perform, because many dancers are trained in several different styles. When you're looking at, what style should I perform and what song should I choose and what should I kind of go with, just remember that it should be entertaining to everyone, not just to people who can appreciate dance or who are familiar with, many different dance styles.
And then at the end, I didn't even say goodbye. I just said thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and tweet. Oh my gosh, tweet your questions to @DaniWalkerMusic. I don't even have a Twitter account with that anymore. That is so funny. But honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. Here's the thing. In terms of video production, sound, lighting, hair, makeup, wardrobe, editing, all of that, pretty terrible. I'm gonna just say. The information, top notch. The information still applies today. It's a timeless little episode, but I took it down because I looked a hot mess over here. If you want me to redo it, let me know. But now I see it now. I feel like we're our harshest critics. I definitely am, and I was expecting a lot worse from this episode. Of course, all of my filler words were driving me crazy right now, but the information was great, and that's really why people are there. They want to know that the information that you're sharing can be applied to their lives and that they can use it to see a transformation. So there's that. And I don't know how I'm gonna edit this episode yet, but look what I have. Here's the moment I know I've been waiting for, but many of us have been waiting for. It's here. I know it might seem silly, but it's not just a plaque. You're real. You're real people, and you join me every week, and people dream of this, and they work for this. And it doesn't always work out, and a lot of people give up. Thank God I have a tissue. Thank you for being here with me. This is for everybody. This is for you. This is for your dreams too. This is just proof that when you work and when you don't give up, that you can achieve whatever you want in life. And I know that this one right here will just be the beginning. So thank you all for this. Let's open it. By the way, it arrived pretty quickly. It's true what people say, within a week, they'll tell you if your channel is eligible and within good standing so that you can actually get your plaque. And after that's been approved, you just type in your info with your unique token and then it'll get sent to you. And I want to say it got sent probably within a week or so. Okay. Here, I'm gonna read it to you. This is from YouTube. It says, do you remember your first subscriber? Your 100th? or your 1,000th subscriber? Chances are you do, and we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, fans stayed and their numbers increased because of your unique voice and the excitement. That just makes me so emotional because so many people will make you feel like you're not special or unique or worthy enough, or that you can't do something, but you can. You can. So, let me read that again. So, no matter how they came to your channel, fans stayed and their numbers increased because of your unique voice and the excitement of being part of the growing community that you established. This is really difficult. We are thrilled to see the development of your community and are proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know that your fans can't wait for you to engage and amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Yours sincerely, Susan, CEO of YouTube. So here's this, and then also there is a card. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. If your award was damaged during shipping or if you have any questions, please contact us. So here it is. I kind of don't even want to take it out of the bag right now, but presented to Dani Walker for passing 100,000 subscribers. Look at this. It probably weighs about a pound. And I'll show you. You can mount it up. I don't want to ruin it, but look at this. It's like a mirror. You can see my light. Oh my goodness. I just want to wrap it back up. I don't want to hurt it. I don't even really have a place of residence right now because I just travel and work. So I guess I'll just give it to my mom. I just want to say thank you to all of you who have taken part in this journey. I appreciate you more than I can truly express. I'm so thankful to everybody who has just given me a word of encouragement or shared about the channel or commented or liked or subscribed or just taken part in my journey in any little way, just because I know that I'm very fortunate to have people that have come around me and have been supportive. And I know that not everybody's been supportive like that. And that's one of the challenges that many creators have to overcome. You have to decide what you're gonna do when you hit that crossroads. Are you going to give up? Are you going to believe negative things that people say about you? Or will you persevere above that? Will you go after that dream regardless of what others will say? So I really hope that when any of you watch this episode that you just feel inspired to go after whatever dream it is that you have. And if I can share any part of my journey with you, if there's anything that you want to see that I haven't already shared on the channel, please let me know. My comments and my DMs are always open. I love hearing people's requests because I want to create things for the channel that of course I enjoy, but things that are going to help you in your journey. This channel, it's not about me, it's about things that I've learned in life that I can share with others that will be around, hopefully, far longer than I will be. That's one of my hopes for the channel, is that the things that I have learned in life that have transformed my life and opened doors for me won't die with me one day. I want to share them on the channel with all of you because I don't want to be the only person that benefits from the knowledge that I've obtained. I want it to serve others. And above all, I give glory to God for this and for this channel and for these opportunities, because without him, it really wouldn't be possible. So thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. And I'm excited to see what's in store for all of us in the future and what comes next in this next chapter.